On December 11, 1994, a mother walked into the Wonderland Mall in Livonia, Michigan, and told security that her 4-year-old son had vanished. Hundreds of people searched for him. Police sealed the building. K-9 units swept every store, every corridor, every loading dock. They found nothing. But when investigators reviewed the surveillance footage, they didn't just fail to find the boy. They found something far more disturbing. His mother was on the tapes, walking through the mall, alone. There was no trace of DeJuan Sims anywhere. DeJuan Christian Sims was born on October 29, 1990, in Detroit, Michigan. He was 4 years old. His mother, DeJuana Harris, was 25. They lived together in a small apartment on the northwest side of Detroit, not far from the Wonderland Mall in neighboring Livonia. DeJuan was described as a quiet, well-mannered boy, small for his age, with a bright smile. By all accounts, he was a normal kid getting ready for Christmas. He liked playing outside. He liked his blue winter jacket. He had no idea that Sunday would be the last day anyone would ever see him. Wonderland Mall sat at the southwest corner of Middlebelt Road and Plymouth Road, about a mile south of I-96. It was a typical suburban shopping center, a Target anchor store, a famous footwear, a food court, long corridors with tile floors and fluorescent lighting. On December 11th, it was packed. 14 days before Christmas. Families, children, shopping bags, holiday music over the speakers. According to DeJuana, she and DeJuan left their apartment around 1:30 in the afternoon and arrived at the mall between 1:40 and 2 o'clock p.m. She said they were doing some pre-Christmas shopping. She said her son was walking right beside her. DeJuana told police that she and DeJuan were walking through the corridor between the Target store and the main area of the mall when he suddenly vanished. She said it happened at approximately 2:30 p.m. One moment he was right next to her, the next, gone. She said she searched for him on her own for nearly 2 hours, walking through the stores, checking the restrooms, scanning every aisle. She couldn't find him. Finally, around 4 o'clock p.m., she approached a mall cleaning employee and explained what happened. The cleaning employee notified mall security. Security launched an immediate search and called the Livonia Police Department. Within the hour, the mall was swarming with officers. The response was massive. Livonia police officers flooded the mall. They searched every store, every stockroom, every bathroom, every dumpster, every loading dock. K-9 units swept the building from end to end. Officers fanned out into the surrounding neighborhoods, searching parking lots, ditches, nearby Rouge Park in Detroit, and the streets around DeJuan's apartment. Volunteers joined in. Flyers went up across Livonia and Detroit with DeJuan's photo and description. He was last seen wearing a blue winter jacket over a multicolored windbreaker, dark blue sweatpants, and low-top Fila brand shoes. A $5,000 reward was offered. A 24-hour tip line was opened. But no one called with anything useful. No one had seen DeJuan. Not in the parking lot, not running out of the mall, not with a stranger, not anywhere. Then investigators pulled the surveillance footage. Wonderland Mall had cameras covering the entrances, the main corridors, and several key areas. Detectives reviewed hours of tape from December 11th, carefully scanning every frame for a 4-year-old boy in a blue jacket. They found DeJuana Harris. She appeared on the footage, walking through the mall. But DeJuan was not with her. He wasn't beside her. He wasn't ahead of her. He wasn't behind her. He simply was not there, in any of the footage. Multiple witnesses who were at the mall that day also came forward and said they had seen DeJuana, but she was alone. Several of them reported seeing her enter the mall by herself at approximately 3:30 p.m., an hour after she claimed her son had disappeared. Investigators reached a conclusion that changed everything. DeJuan Sims had never been inside the Wonderland Mall. DeJuana Harris was brought in for intense questioning. Detectives confronted her with the surveillance evidence. They told her that her son did not appear on any of the footage. They told her that witnesses saw her arrive alone. They asked her what really happened to Dewan. Dewana did not change her story. She insisted that Dewan was with her at the mall and that he was abducted by a stranger. She was given 2 separate polygraph examinations. She failed both of them. But she never wavered. She never confessed. She never offered an alternative explanation. Her story was the same every single time. She and Dewan went to the mall, and he vanished. Police searched Dewana's apartment. They found nothing. No blood, no evidence of a struggle, no signs that anything violent had happened there. They searched her car. Nothing. They interviewed family members, neighbors, friends. Nobody could say when they had last seen Dewan alive. Nobody had seen anything unusual in the days leading up to December 11th. The investigation hit wall after wall. Without a body, without physical evidence, without a confession, there was nothing to charge Dewana with. She was the primary person of interest, but she was never arrested. The case went cold. Years passed. Dewan Sims remained listed as an endangered missing child. His age-progressed photos were updated, first to 19, then to 24. But no one ever came forward with a credible sighting. In 2019, 25 years after Dewan disappeared, a man came forward and said he believed he might be Dewan Sims. He had seen posts on Facebook about the case and felt that the details of his own life matched. He didn't know his birth family. He had always had questions. He contacted Dewana, who by then had remarried and was going by Dewana Wiggins. She was living in Durham, North Carolina. She spoke with him and said she was trying to be compassionate to his story. The case went viral on social media again. Hope surged, but when DNA testing was conducted by Livonia police, the results were definitive. He was not Dewan. The match was negative. It was a dead end that ripped the wound open all over again. On December 7th, 2020, 4 days before the 26th anniversary of Dewan's disappearance, Dewana Wiggins died in Durham, North Carolina. She was 51 years old. She never changed her story. She never confessed. She maintained until her death that Dewan was taken from the Wonderland Mall. After her death, investigators publicly stated what many had suspected for years. They believed Dewana was capable of being involved in her son's disappearance. But capable is not proof. And without Dewana, the one person who may have known the truth was gone forever. Whatever happened on December 11, 1994, she took it with her. Dewan Sims has never been found. His body has never been recovered. No arrest has ever been made. The Wonderland Mall was eventually demolished. The lot sits empty, like the space where answers should be. Was Dewan alive when his mother drove to the mall that afternoon? Did something happen in that apartment before she ever left? Did she stage the disappearance to cover what had already happened? Or is there an explanation no one has considered? Something even darker hiding beneath a story that never made sense? Dewan would be 35 years old today. Somewhere, someone knows what happened to that 4-year-old boy in the blue winter jacket. The Livonia Police Department asks anyone with information to call 734-466-2470. If this case stays with you, subscribe to Cold Vault. We cover the cases that haunt us, the ones the world forgot, and the ones that still need answers.